for all you need.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey there, and thank you for joining us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. This NBA season didn't take long to get interesting, but these two gentlemen have always captured our interest. Say hello to Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Shaq.
It's interconference time for these Thunder as they come in as the visiting team. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analyst Clark Kellogg. And Greg Anthony. The Magic are looking to grab one here for the home fans in Orlando before heading out again. They've been picking up some steam, and if they can play this well all season, they'll be in excellent shape.
Kevin, they're in the midst of a really impressive stretch right now, and I'm not sure if they can maintain it, but they ought to ride this momentum as long as they can.
You're not alone in saying they might not be able to keep this up. A lot of folks would agree with that. But the longer they go along like this, the less of that kind of talk you'll hear.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for Seattle, they've got Towns. Paul George is out there with Porzingis, and it's Coleman in at the 3 spot.
You know, it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
It always seems to settle you down when you have some early success in the post.
Now, here's Walker. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers. 4 on the shot clock. 13 feet away. Again, the miss by Walker. On defense, the Magic. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Now, here is George. Following the miss by Kemba Walker. And he gets it to go.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
The pass to Jones. Hill kicks to Okafor. It's back to Hill. That's a two-pointer from Walker, and it's Walker again missing.
Defender's height advantage really forced a tough shot, a difficult shot. Tried to fade it over the top, but no dice. There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Walker with it. Screened by Jones. And Walker kicks to Okafor. Left side, Jones. Magic moving the ball around. Orlando needs to get off a shot. From deep, Walker. And it's sent back by George. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Towns kicks to George. Such a wide open look.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now here's Walker. Towns comes with a double team. Back to Walker. Shot clock at 6. From deep. Walker missing again.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And Okafor with the block. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Walker's running. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Towns with it. He's against Hill. Towns, the pass to George. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
Seattle shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? Really had to take a time out there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Here's Okafor. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And, guys, I was a bit worried, but now we all know the rim doesn't have a lid on it.
Yeah, you could actually feel the tightness and tenseness with each miss. I'm actually glad to see they got that first one out of the way. They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
They double him with George. Here's Dinwiddie, and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
And you know what? Saved what was likely to be a dunk.
And, you know, under the circumstances, Greg, that's a good foul. You just can't let him have that throwdown.
And so he makes both from the line.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And George, here we go. Coleman, the pass to Towns. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Second is Paul George.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
The free throw drops for Towns. And the Magic making a change here. And Towns drops them both. Here's Dinwiddie. 9-point game his last outing. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Scott Skiles. And Doris, what did he have to say?
Coach had nothing but praise for his players, saying they played as well as I've ever seen them play. Everyone is making the right decisions, and honestly, they're playing so well, they don't even need a coach right now. That's an interesting sentiment, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession.
And here we have an opportunity to check out Karl Anthony Towns.
Great showing for him last season. Last season, put up about 14 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. And every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
Well, he realizes his role. Rebounding, setting screens, protecting the rim. Anything else is a bonus.
Tomic, he's checked in for Orlando. Here's Dinwiddie. Off target at the rim.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Porzingis passes to George. Okafor with the steal. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Here's Gaius. No good on his first attempt of the game. And here's Seattle. They're on a 14-6 run. Towns, no luck. The Magic trail by 8. And here's Walker. Here's Gaius. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Guys, strictly in terms of their percentage, their free throw shooting has deteriorated a considerable amount since last season.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Magic. Mack comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Johnson the screen.
And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert.
Yeah, you know, defense or not, good defense or not, those are shots you got to make. I mean, they're missing some easy ones.
Here's McDaniels. Dishes it to Rubio. Just 5 to shoot. The drive by Smith. Fires, high post. Can't hit.
Fellas, that's exactly the job the big guy has to do for him. Contest every rebound.
Walker. He trains the quick shot. Seattle leading by 4. They set the pick. Smith dishes to Moniunas. Shot to end this cold run. A nice shot by McDaniels.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now here's Walker. To the paint. Here's Tomic. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Tomic has got his first basket of the night.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
The drive by Rubio. Here's McDaniels. And the three ball is good.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Inside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Rubio outside. Top of the key, McDaniels. Smith on the wing. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Puts one up from 19. A shot by McDaniels, no good. The Magic trail by 5. And Walker kicks to Mack. There's a minute 40 left to play here in the first. Here's McDaniels. The shot is off. Walker with some nice D.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
There's 1:26 left to play in the first. Rubio right side. Knocks down the 3 ball. And Seattle leads by 6.
That's 2 straight quick 3-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness. And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And Mack kicks to Walker. Shot from the low block. Got a piece of it. They retain possession. Here's Mack. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And he gets it to go. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Gibault defended by Allen to the paint. Here's Gailas down low. Allen, that's good. And now it's just a 4-point Seattle lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And Mack kicks to Walker. Allen, a screen on Rubio. 1 second left, and it's Orlando with another. Walker. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Seattle ahead, up 4. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out onto the floor. You know, he may be having fun, but I'm not so sure playing street ball is really working out for Kemba, who needs to shoot better than 38% for the Hornets to go anywhere, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I mean, what might be better than continuing to play the same game you've been playing forever is to take your game to a new level. And that's going to take some discipline. I think Kemba has more than enough talent to be able to do that, but that's his challenge moving forward.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Seattle. Guys?
This is almost like a volleyball game when you watch just how many shots they blocked or altered.
Well, how about this? A lot of side outs for them the way they've swatted shots away. That's a volleyball term, by the way, folks.
Yeah, or handball.
Like or handball.
Yeah, either one of the two. They're knocking a lot away.
Yeah.
Here are the 5 for Seattle to start the second quarter. They've got Porzingis. He's out there with Towns. And it's Watkins in at the point guard position. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Second free throw, no good. Coleman checked in for Seattle. Coleman. Pass to Porzingis. The feed now to Towns. And Jones pulls it down.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Here's Dinwiddie. Here's Mack. Seattle grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And what a heck of a performance for them, particularly offensively. I mean, there were stretches of that game where everything seemed to be falling.
Ball movement was superb, majestic, and they got good shots and they made them. So it wasn't a surprise, but the ball movement was the key.
Screen by Jones. There's a screen. And it's blocked. Here's George, and he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here's Jones. Paul George making his last shot. Dinwiddie kicks to Jones. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
That is good.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the three.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
The Magic making a switch here. Tomic is checked in. And Seattle also making a change. Smith checked in for Porzingis. The Magic trail by 10. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now, here's George. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Pass to Towns. It's stolen by Hill. He dishes it to Mack. Pass to Dinwiddie. To the middle. Here's Tomic. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run in. To it in rhythm.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Seattle.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. It's deflected. Okafor with the steal. Kicks to Hill. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist in this one. It's George on the wing. 23 points for him the last game against New Orleans.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor.
The Magic trail by 6. Here's Hill. The shot, no good.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
The defensive backboard has been controlled. They have not allowed a lot of second chances. It's been about one and done for the most part. And I'm not talking about leaving Collins.
Yeah, I know you're not. That's a bunch of good rebounding taking place there, boy.
Now here is Hill. He had 16 points in the win against the Clippers.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
Coleman, the pass to Towns. Hill pulls it in. The Magic shooting 40% from the field. Feeds it to Mack. Here's Tomic. A 29-point game for him in the win against the Clippers. Okafor. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Garrett Temple is checked in for Towns. Amir Johnson's checked in for Okafor. Here's Gailas.
Amir Johnson.
Back to Walker. Johnson the screen. Hill kicks to Johnson. Deflects the pass, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Here's Tomic. He's got 6.
How about the determination? Now that's what we call competing for a rebound.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball in. To his hands, he must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
Hill passes to Tomic. The kick out to Hill. Now here's Walker. There's the triple. No good. He's off to a slow start. 1 for 4 so far. Watkins passes to Coleman. And once again off the mark by Seattle.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And Walker kicks to Tomic. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 4 assists now tonight. Coleman, the pass to Watkins. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Johnson the screen. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up. Here's Seattle. Here's Temple. Drops in the breakaway layup. Temple's got his first bucket of the night.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Here's Smith. Magic knocking down the tray. Temple the pass to Watkins. It's tipped. Here's Gaius. Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's Gaius. 9 points last game. To the middle. Goes back up. Misses the layup.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Rebound, Kemba Walker. The Magic trail by 3. Johnson outside. Shoots from 12. Rebounded by Temple.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
There's the pick. The dish now to George.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
He feeds it to Temple. Watkins. He's guarded by Hill. Watkins passes to George. Just 4 to shoot. 18 feet out. And it's George again missing.
Well, it seems like they're getting a little fat and sassy here, complacent in the second quarter.
If we've seen their free throw attempts stagnate, not getting much going on inside, they can't get too comfortable.
Seattle calls timeout. Orlando making some changes. Jones checked in for Tomic, and Allen subbed in for Amir Johnson. Seattle has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Porzingis, defended by Allen. Porzingis passes to Moniunas. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
The Magic trail by 4. Now Walker, 8 points for him. Right side Hill. The kick out to Walker. And the pass to Hill. Magic moving the ball around. Shoots. And it's one. For that time on the assist by Jones. 10 points for Kemba Walker.
Unbelievable. This guy is completely in a zone.
And he knows it. You can see it. The body language, the confidence. Real swagger out there for him.
And it's Seattle with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. It's stolen by Jones. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Oh, that's blocked. And he gets it back. The score now all even. And it's 7 points for Hill.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
It's stolen by Jones. And Moniunas picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for the Magic.
That's his first foul. Substitution for the Magic.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Gaius, covered by Moniunas, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
The Magic have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. We've got 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Inside, Porzingis. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And we're through the first half of basketball here in what's been a good one. Magic lead by 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. They played with more purpose in the second quarter and fought to turn an early deficit into a 3-point lead by the time we reached the break. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
It's been tough for them to try and slow down Walker. He's got 10 points, and his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
You know what? He's the catalyst. He's the reason why this team plays with such harmony. And if his passing continues, they are going to be dangerous.
Okafor out there with Solomon Hill. Then there's Kemba Walker. Then it's Jones. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here's Towns. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
They double him with George. Here's Dinwiddie. Back to Walker. He kicks it to Okafor. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. 6 points for Jahlil Okafor.
He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Watkins passes to Coleman. Pass to Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. George, no good.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
It's stolen by Jones. Tipped away. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive. Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there. Because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Coleman, the pass to George. George missing again.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And he gets it to go. Walker's got the lead up to 4 now for the Magic.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of the... those opportunities. And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
The Magic making a switch here. Max checked in.
Entering for your Magic, Sheldon Mack.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Now it's a 6-point Orlando lead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outside. Standing passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Mack. Pass to Dinwiddie. Screen by Jones. Dinwiddie dishes to Jones. 5 on the clock. Here's Mack. And he gets... the bucket. Mack's got 4 points this quarter.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Tomic, he's checked in for Jones. And Seattle also making a change. Smith is checked in. The Magic have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. And he can't get the first one. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Seattle trails by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Passes to Porzingis. Dishes it to Towns. In the corner, Smith with it. No good from outside.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Dinwiddie kicks to Tomic. To the inside. The kick out to Hill from downtown. And it's Seattle with the rebound. George has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Mack. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Mack's got 6. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Orlando.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Shot to stop the run. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Watkins.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Dinwiddie passes to Tomic. It's blocked. George dishes to Smith. There's the pass to Watkins. Here's Porzingis, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And pushing it up, here's Seattle. Nobody near George. Hits the three-point bomb. Now just a 3-point Magic lead.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game. Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Here's Dinwiddie, defended by George. Here's Gaius. Can't get it to go. Seattle goes the other way with it. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
You see the benefit of knocking down baskets consecutively because it leads to the confidence growing and growing.
And, guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Orlando, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Here's Dinwiddie. Now the feed to Mack. And just miss after miss right now. Well, it's definitely within striking distance now.
Yeah, but they've got to make each possession count on both sides of the floor.
Towns kicks to George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 14 points for the game.
Now, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Paul George really making a difference here.
He's on fire. And they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hands.
The Magic making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Mack the pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Tomic. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Johnson against Motiejunas. He dishes it to Towns. There's the pick. And Rubio kicks to Towns. And the layup falls. Towns has got 11.
Terrific assist that time by Rubio.
Orlando's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Kicks to Mack. Johnson the screen. Mack dishes to Johnson. With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. The Magic in third.
Boy, Kevin, I thought their coach really did a fantastic job of getting all of the guys on the team to realize the importance of free throws. You know, last year where they were great, excellent from the line. This year, they're hoping to do even better.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Allen's checked in for Tomic, and it's Kemba Walker in for Dinwiddie. Some nice ball. Movement here by Seattle. And now running it up the court. Mack pushing it up. That's good. Mack's got 8 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Rubio with a wide open look. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Boy, that's got to be deflating and disappointing to miss a wide open shot like that right in your wheelhouse.
The Magic have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game. He's off on the first.
They're just around 60% from the line for the game right now. They shot it pretty well in the first half, but they've just fallen apart here in the second.
Coleman's checked in for Seattle. Seattle trails by 4. .153 left to play here in the third. There's a screen by Modi Yunus. Shot clock at 6. Down low, the 11-footer. And Allen with the block. Outside, Walker. On the wing, Johnson. Johnson draws the double. Walker with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 14 points for the game.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Magic leading by 4. Feeds it to Mack. There's the screen. Jumper off the screen. Buries the jump shot. He's got 11.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
There's a screen by Modi Yunus. Coleman, the pass to Modi Yunus. Shibbo, he's guarded by Johnson. Pass to Coleman. The offensive rebound, but they'll get another chance. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Back to Rubio. They shoot again. Allen with the rebound.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Gailas, and it's blocked. And we've reached the end of the third. Magic out in front, leading by 6. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. And on the floor for Seattle here in the fourth, they've got Ricky Rubio. Porzingis is out there with Towns. Then it's Smith, and it's Coleman in at the 3, the small forward. Magic leading by 4. Walker with it. And it's blocked. And pushing it up, here's Seattle.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. They're teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And, guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder, and that's exactly what that play looks to be.
Jones kicks to Hill. That drops. And the Magic lead by 4.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
Smith the pass to Coleman. There's a good screen. Here's Porzingis, and he comes off the screen and slams it through.
And, guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That'll be his second foul of the game. George, that's a 2-pointer. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Hill dishes to Walker. Pass to Dinwiddie. To the middle. He's looking for Okafor and finds him. It's tipped. And now the fast break. George with the ball. No good. That would have tied it.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
But you know what? You know, they've come this far. They're not going away now.
Hill, no good.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Passes to Watkins. To the paint. It's tipped. Okafor with the steal. And Walker kicks to Hill. Towns with the steal. There's the pass to Watkins. And here's George for 3. Rebound by the Magic. Jones has got 5 rebounds tonight. Shoots from the baseline. Right through the cylinder that time. All net. And the Magic lead by 4. Watkins, guarded by Walker. Watkins passes to Porzingis. Down low, some nice ball movement here by Seattle. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. 6 to shoot. Here's Coleman. 18 feet away, and he knocks it down.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
The Magic have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6, and Okafor has it in the corner. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Seattle calls timeout. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
During that break, Coach Dave Joerger had some words for his team. He laid out the X's and O's and told them, we're still alive, guys. We've just got to work together, trust each other, and play our backsides off. Kevin, we'll see if they've got enough in the tank to get over the top.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Dinwiddie dishes to Hill. And it's Walker penetrating. Fires from 14. Will not go. This is off the front iron. For Seattle, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Stolen by Walker. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Walker leading the charge. Okafor gets the bucket.
Ooh, tough layup with the guy right on, and it can be a hard player to handle at times.
Now here's Towns. He's guarded closely. Porzingis passes to Coleman. Good on the three-point shot.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
And it's Okafor missing.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
There is just no way, Clark, to tell who is going to pull this one out.
You know what, Kevin? I think looking at this game, it may very well come down to one crucial key play.
Clark, that's a great point. When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swinger.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Pass to Watkins. And he gets it to go.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Well, Orlando shooting about 45% from the floor in the fourth. Picked by Okafor. Jones gets to Okafor. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Perhaps, Greg, some type of motivational speech at halftime got both of these teams fired up.
Walker against George. Okafor dishes to Jones, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession. And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
And Hill has it in the corner. Baseline jumper. And it's Orlando with another.
Caught him off guard with that move. It definitely had the element of surprise. Nobody expected him to bust out a spin, but it worked beautifully that time.
Here's Watkins, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Here's Dinwiddie. And it's off from three-point range. Seattle has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. George passes to Watkins. Off target with the open look. Orlando, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Here's Dinwiddie. Here's Okafor. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. 14 points for Jahlil Okafor.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
To take the lead, and the shot is good. And Seattle leads by 1.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Out of bounds. Seattle will take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Seattle has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Here's Watkins, claims the three-pointer. And now a 4-point Seattle lead.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They trail by 4. 1:53 left to play in the final quarter. .153 left in the fourth quarter. And it's Walker penetrating. Here's Jones. Seattle grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. Okafor with the steal. Here's Gailes. Back to Okafor. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And good on the basket. Looking.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense, high pressure situation, clutch play. I love it.
Can't connect from short range.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're behind by 2. 1:19 left in the fourth. Orlando trailing here. Outside, Walker. Out of the dish to Jones. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
You know what? The switch has flipped, and he's in that proverbial zone right now, knocking down 3 of 4 here in the fourth.
Here's Towns. Good.
Oh, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Dishes it to Walker. There's 47 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's George. Towns kicks to George. Passes it to Coleman. No good. And Orlando will come the other way.
Still a chance here, but they need to score.
I really agree, but it has to happen on every possession. They need points every trip.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Well, that took way too long. If they're trying to stretch this thing out, they shouldn't waste so much time.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're down by 4. 12 seconds left in the fourth. From outside the arc, it's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Kemba Walker.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. So a close game sees Seattle taking this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, I'm here with Paul George, and Paul, you were able to really impact the game in a big way. What's been the key to your success in games like this?
Just playing confident. Just really letting the game come to me, putting in the work, and the results are showing.
Talent and hard work.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Now let's take this opportunity to check out our Jordan player of the game. He was the engine that drove this team the whole night, and his teammates had no problem harnessing the power of that motor.
Well, his shooting percentage up there in the high 50s speaks to how smart his shot selection was. It was really an intelligent game he played, plain and simple. It's all about protecting each possession, and he set the example for them with his excellent decision-making.
He was a monster on the inside for them. His strength and his size came into play so much tonight. And to go along with his physicality, he had a sweet touch around the basket.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.